I'm going to open OneNote and, oops, what I did not do yet was I don't think I opened my lab's math. Is there anybody who, first of all, had any questions that they wanted to look at in my math lab? Did anybody want to look at anything from any of the homework?
I think it was question 3 that I got stuck on. I can't remember.
All right, we're waiting on it. I apologize. Yay, it's just so exciting. I had a few people show up from one of my other classes for the my office hour. And so my labs was open for their class, not yours. So question 3, am I sharing my screen? Can you guys see what I'm doing or no?
No.
No.
Oh, damn it. Okay, we'll try that again. I thought I hit this share screen button. Now can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
If it's ever the case where it looks like I'm like looking at you and doing something with the stylus, and you're seeing me and not the screen, please yell at me because it's just a reflection on senility. So question number 3. Use the given Venn diagram, which shows the number of elements in regions 1 through 4, to answer the following questions. How many elements belong to set A and set B? When I say and, it means both have to be true at the same time. Or you might look at the analogy, I think we've said it a couple of times, that and is like the intersection. And so when I look for A and B, that's looking for A intersect B. And so I do believe that that answer should be 5. Was that the one you were wondering about? Whomever asked the question?
Wait, hold on. I have to go to the math lab thing really quick.
While she's doing that, does anybody have questions on any other questions?
I kind of had a problem with I think was it the last 2, the surveys.
Uh-huh.
Just, I don't know if it just wasn't understanding or if I just didn't read through it.
Would you like to look at 17 or 18? Pick a number.
18, just to see if I'm talking about the right thing here.
The drug and alcohol survey?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
I didn't get partially right, but I just want to know what I goofed up on.
I'd like to try to can you folks see that? Or I'd like to try to make the words bigger. And I'm trying to think of the best way in which to do that. And I'm thinking that if I do Control plus, no, it's not. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, I guess if I can make it a little bit bigger. Is that a little bit easier to read?
Well, a little bit, I guess.
Okay, it says an anonymous survey of college students was taken to determine behaviors regarding alcohol, cigarettes, and illegal drugs. The results were as follows. A whole bunch of them drank alcohol, smoked cigarettes, used illegal drugs. Some did alcohol and cigarettes. Some did alcohol and drugs. Some did cigarettes and drugs. 97 did all 3 and 117 did none. So what we need to do for a question like this is we need to draw a Venn diagram. We need 3 loops, 1 for alcohol, 1 for cigarettes, and 1 for drugs. I'm going to be lazy and call them A for alcohol, C for cigarettes, D for drugs. We said usually we start in the very middle. We
Mhm.
said questions from Mr. Blitzer. We usually start at the end of the given information and work backwards. What makes this one just a little bit different is it says that 117 did none of them. So that 117 that did none of them is actually the number that's outside. It's not in any of the loops. Then
Okay.
97 did all three. All three is the overlap. 127 did cigarettes and drugs. Cigarettes and drugs, that intersection would be here. But you see, we've got that 97 is a part of that intersection.
Yeah.
So we're going to take that 127 minus the 97, which gives me 30 in this region. Then 121 were alcohol and drugs. Alcohol and drugs, the overlap is here. So 121, that 97 is in the overlap, minus the 97 gives me 24. Then we have the 204 used, no, I'm sorry. The 422 did alcohol and cigarettes. And so alcohol and cigarettes is this region here. So I'm going to take that 422 and I need to subtract the 97 that are in there already. And so 422 minus 97 is,
325 is what I got.
thank you,
Calculate here.
thank you.
Mhm.
Then we know that the drug circle, the whole drug circle, has to add up to 204. But right now, there's 97 plus 30 plus 24. So 97 plus 30 plus 24 is 97 plus 54 is 144 plus 7 is 151, I think. Could you check me on that?
What? Oh,
24
combine all that.
97 plus 30.
Okay.
4 plus 97 plus 30.
Okay, so 24, 97, 30. Just those three or the
Yeah, just
325?
those three.
Okay, I got 151.
And so when we subtract from the 204, we get that there's 53 over here. And are you all right? The reason we're just adding those three numbers is because we're just looking at the drug circle.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Then 166 in the cigarette circle. When I take the, here, 325 plus 97 plus 30, 355 plus 97 is 452.
4.
What is it?
I just put it in. I got 446.
So,
Oh, is that for alcohol?
I'm doing cigarettes. So
Oh,
325
okay.
plus 97.
No, my bad.
30.
Okay, 325 plus 97 plus 30. That's 452.
452. And so when I subtract from 666, I get 214.
Mm-hmm.
And it would help if I put the digits in the right order. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. And then alcohol has to add up to 886. Right now we have 325, the 97, and the 24, which should be 446.
Yes, that's what I got the last time.
And so when we take 886 minus 446, we get 440.
I believe. Hang on. Yeah.
Okay, and so now how many students were surveyed? The number surveyed is the sum of all of the numbers in the box.
So just add them all together.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Plus 3, 2, 5 plus.
My keyboard's in the way, sorry.
Yeah. do we count the,
117, yes, everything in the
yeah,
box.
okay. So 1,300 or 1,300.
Great. Okay.
Mhm.
So now, next part, I'm going to have to erase some of what I did. I apologize. Erasing our work. How many cigarettes or drugs? And again, that word "or" is like taking the union. And so when I look for the union of cigarettes and drugs, that's cigarettes combined with drugs. I'd add up all of those numbers.
Okay.
Okay. And once we've got the Venn diagram finished, Adam, are you all right with the rest of it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So you're feeling better about this one.
Hmm. I'm just not
Anybody?
sure if I'm gonna have enough time to do it during the class or during the exam.
And you'll get it done. I'm positive. I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Does anybody else have a question on any of the other homework problems?
Is there a test due today?
No, it's not due today. The test is supposed to be today, and in class time today, we're going to go over after we finish looking at the homework or practice test. And so
No, because I didn't start it on Math Lab 1.
Yeah, on Math Lab, that test, it actually, hopefully everybody starts it sometime after class today. And I'm going to give you until, I think I've got it so that it's open until 11:59 tomorrow night. So you just have to
It says 11:59 tonight.
Tonight. I thought it was tomorrow night that I had it open.
No,
Yes,
tonight.
Oh, jeepers creepers. Well, let me go through real quick and change that to tomorrow night, because I think I had said that I would give you the 2 days for it, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let me,
Okay.
oh, today is the 21st. Tomorrow is the 22nd.
You might as well move it to the 23rd.
No, we're not moving it to the 23rd. Okay, you're pushing it now. We're pushing it. Oh, dear.
Oh boy.
And you have to submit your work within like a half an hour of finishing the test.
Do we have to email you our work
No,
for project
you
one?
you have to give me your work, but please, 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 I'm begging you. You guys might not see, but I am down on my knees pleading. Do not email it to me, because what happens if I showed you my email inbox, I probably would get it without people submitting things, about 30, 50 emails a day, and they get all confused.
How do we submit our work if we write like on paper?
I'm going to show you. You're going to submit it in Blackboard. So let me.
Can we go over question 2 before we exit out of homework, though?
Sure.
I just need a refresher for that.
What do you need? What homework do you want to look at?
I believe it was homework 4.
Homework 4. Okay.
And then it's like question 2. It's like the
It's coming. Question 2?
Yeah.
Wants A union B intersect A union C. That's a multi-step question. And so the first thing we need to do is we need to find A union B. So A is 1, 5, 9, 10. I want everything from A. And then I want to add everything that's in B. What's in B? 1, 2, 3. 1's in there already, so I'll add 2. Then next parentheses, I need A union C. So everything from A 1, 5, 9, 10. Then I want to add in everything that's in C. C has 1, it's in there already, 2, 3, 6, 9. Now I want,
Mine twice.
oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Then I want to take the intersection of these two sets. What do they share? The intersection would be the 1, 5, 9, 10. They both do have 2
3.
and 3. However, right now, because my math lab is sometimes, don't tell anybody I said this, sometimes a pain in the ass. It says use a comma to separate, put them in order. And so now I'm going to rewrite them in order. 1, 2, 3, 5,
5,
9.
9, 10.
Part of the reason that I want you to show your work is because if I see that you did the work right and it was just something like you had the right numbers and you didn't put them in order, I'll give you 0.99 out of 1. Like I'll give you almost full credit for that. All right. So that one better.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody want to look at anything else homework wise?
I have a question on the on 26.
Which assignment?
This homework, like the one you're in right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, the type of question really got me confused.
Okay, let's look at it. Okay, the chart below
Yeah.
shows the most popular vacation destinations booked at a certain travel agency in 2003, 2004, 2005. Okay, is anybody looking at this question and saying, oh, that was pre-pandemic when people could go to fancy pants places like that? Oh, here. Use the Venn diagram to the right to indicate which region 1 through 8 Costa Rica should be in. So let's look at where Costa Rica is. In terms of this chart, do you see that Costa Rica was in, well, I didn't want to do that. I don't know how to get a highlighter. Costa Rica's in 2003, Costa Rica's in 2005, 4 to Costa Rica's in 2005, so it's in all 3 years?
Yes.
So all 3 years, wouldn't that be this middle part?
Yes.
Is I just scribbled it over, but it's region 5. Okay. Did you need for me to type it in or is that enough?
Oh no, that's okay.
Okay. Is it better? Easier than you were making it out to be, I hope?
I guess.
I got a question. For when we gotta put the regions in numeric form, like what order are we supposed to put them in? Because I kept getting it wrong because I kept putting them like, I guess in the wrong order.
If there's a question where they ask you what region it should be in, the diagram should have the regions labeled for you already. Like this diagram already had the regions labeled.
Yeah, but like, are the regions supposed to go like in a certain order when we?
When they're labeled, it's as long as, honestly, as long as when you label them, you put it on your diagram, which it is. The numbering, I guess, is in set in stone. But usually it's like this: 1, 2, 3 going across, 4, 5, 6 going across, 7 and 8 going across. The way this diagram is labeled.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Anything else from the homework? If not, let's get back to that, where you're going to submit your work. So you're going to go into Blackboard. In Blackboard, you're going to go into content. In content, you're going to go into tests and quizzes. In tests and quizzes, You're going to go to work for test 1 and work for test 1. It depends here from this point on where your work is. If your work is saved to the cloud, you're going to go browse your cloud storage. If you scanned it in somewhere and it's saved to your computer, you're going to go browse my computer. If you have not saved it anywhere, my suggestion, is everybody listening? My suggestion is to do what we just did, but instead of doing it on your computer, do it on your phone. And on my phone, if I were on my phone and I click this browse my computer, when I click that browse my computer on my own, I'm going to back up for just a minute. If I click that browse my computer on my phone, what I get on the phone what I get on my phone when I click that browse my computer is a screen that opens up somewhat like this. And over here, it lets me take a picture of my work with a camera. If it's more than one page, it lets you take more than one picture. So please try to have a separate picture for each page. Because if you start putting 2 pages on the same picture, it gets too small and I can't read it. Please, please, please do it in Blackboard. Do it in Blackboard. If you do it in Blackboard, it's definitely, I think, well, not gonna lie, it makes my life a little bit easier. But I think it also makes life easier, better for you folks, because one, if it's in Blackboard, it will always be in Blackboard. It won't get lost in my email. It won't accidentally get deleted with spam. It won't accidentally get missed because I don't expect to see work in emails. It's just, it's safer there. 2, if you do it in Blackboard, what happens is when I grade something in Blackboard, when I go through the things that need grading in Blackboard, what shows up on my screen here is your document. And so I can use the stylus as a red pen and correct your document as if I were grading a test and write comments on it and everything else like that. Then when I put the grade in, it goes immediately into the Blackboard grade book. And once it's in the Blackboard grade book, I do believe that you can click on that document and see how I graded it. So it's like getting your paper back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you do it in an email, I can't do that. If you do it in an email, it kind of gets lost in, it's, I can't write on it and save it and put it in Blackboard for you to check. You're the only one who can save it to Blackboard, all right? So please, please, please do it in Blackboard. I gave another one of my classes a quiz over the weekend, and the number of people who emailed me their work. No, please, please put it in Blackboard. Please also try to number your work so that I can tell which question it's from. Because the test is in my labs, in order to kind of discourage people from working together, the order of the questions is jumbled, so each person gets the questions in a different order. And so if you don't number them, I don't know, who's on first, what's on second type of thing. So number it, make it neat. And again, I'm going to compare your work that you submit to the answer that you put in my labs. And if there's, my labs, like that last question we did, if you didn't put them in order, they'd give you 0 credit. If I can see you did everything right, and it was just a matter of not putting it in order, I'll give you, 0.99 out of 1. I mean, so that you will get a partial credit if I can see your work. And again, it's easier for me to do that in Blackboard than in email. Okay?
So we're taking a picture of the paperwork and then
But the test is in my labs and you're putting your answers in my labs.
Okay.
So taking a picture of the paperwork.
Okay.
And
So,
do you have to show work for like all of the questions?
the more work you show, the more partial credit you can get. I know there are some questions that, you probably don't really need work. If they show you a set and it asks, what's the cardinality? I mean, you don't really need to show work when you count the number of things in the set. But again, in general, the more work you show, the more partial credit you can get. So is it okay if I leave it like that? I'm not gonna like draw a line in the sand, but, okay?
If you know you got a question right, do you have to show work?
The more work you show, the more likely you are to get partial credit.
But I
In
won't
a test, it's
not.
different. In a test, it's different than the homework. You don't know whether you got it right or wrong until you submit it.
Yeah, I know. But for say like I'm just like really certain that I just got that question. Do I have to show the work for that or?
Put something down on paper so I know that you did it and you didn't get it from somebody else.
Gotcha.
Okay? Just to make sure, because I'm not making you guys sit in front of the Zoom to take
Yeah. No
it. I just, it makes me a little bit more confident that it is your work and not somebody else's. Okay?
If we have 2 days to do it, is it still timed?
Yes, it is time.
Yeah, speaking of it, I mean, I'm currently in my math labs, but the exam did not change dates for me.
It didn't refresh.
I'll try 1 second.
I just logged into it too. It didn't change.
Oh, because I have to click this one button here, yes.
Uh-huh.
Now that I click yes.
Oh, okay.
Fine. There was a button that because we're in the middle of class, as soon as I clicked the submit, I started talking to you folks. I didn't see that there was a pop-up saying
All right.
I had to click yes. All right, there's a couple of people with accommodations, and so there's settings for individual students. And if I have settings for individual students, they ask me, do I want to make the same change for those students? And I didn't expect that to pop up. So, all right, anything else in terms of process? If not, did you guys want to look at that practice test from previous semester?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And again, with this, I think I have to move you guys again. With this, it's the practice test that I gave when I gave pencil and paper tests. And so the questions will be similar to what you're going to see in my labs, but not identical. And it's because, the difference between a handwritten test and a my labs test. Okay, exam 1 review space. Is this big enough for you folks to see?
Yes.
All right. I am doing nothing today. I am being as lazy can be. All I'm going to do today is take dictation. And so for each of these, I am hoping that one of you, let's do it in green, will tell me what to write. Question 1 says, express the following set using roster notation. Set of all x such that x is a natural number, 3 is less than x is less than or equal to 9. What does it mean, roster notation?
A list of numbers.
Listed.
Yeah.
So what number should I list?
4 through 9.
4, 5.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And is everybody in agreement? No 3, yes 9.
Yeah.
Oh, good God. What's this next one? If A equals the set of all x such that x is a natural number and x is less than 5, and B is the set of all x such that x is a vowel, is A equivalent to B? Why or why not? What's an A?
A is 1, 2, 3, 4.
What's in B?
I,
will-
E, I, O.
A and U. Yeah.
Are they equivalent?
No, because there's
No.
more in B.
I'll take that as an answer. They don't have the same cardinality would be another answer. If you wanted to get fancy pants, you could say something like there's not a one-to-one correspondence between them. Now, in my labs, because each question is separate, each of these is multiple choice, and they give you symbols to choose from. I think oh, you know what? No, I tried to type this test on my own and do that. And after I got this test typed into Blackboard and I looked at all the problems people had with the Blackboard quiz, I said, no, we're just going to my lab. But I do have this test typed in Blackboard. Letters in the word carpenter, letters in the word car. Is this a subset?
Yeah.
Yes.
All of these letters in there.
Mm-hmm.
What's in the first set?
VAR
VAR.
and PENT. Because we don't repeat,
The
right?
second set, right.
Second set is CAR.
Now let's look at that subset symbol. It looks like a C. Are all of these contained in here?
Yeah.
Everything on the left?
No.
Where's the E?
No.
No, it's not a subset.
Oh. Wait, not.
No, because there's all sorts of extra crap in here. We got all these extra letters.
But
Oh,
if
I
carpenter
was-
and car were like vice versa, it would be a subset, correct?
Okay, I got it
Right.
backwards.
How about 4?
Oh.
Are all of these in here?
Yes.
Yes.
So we can say it's a subset. If we can say it's a proper subset, we can say it's a subset. Let's see, this one's 1, 2, 3. What's in the other side?
1 through 4.
1, 2, 3. Does the other side include 4?
No.
No.
No. So what can you tell me about those two sets?
They're
They're
equal.
Equal.
They're equal. So I can say they're equal. Is
Are they-
everybody right because they're equal? I can also say it's a subset.
Yes.
Yes. Beautiful.
Oh.
Can I, devil's advocate for this one, can I say it's a proper subset?
Yes.
All right. This one, it's okay because you see with this symbol, we got the equal sign on the bottom, so it's okay if they're equal. This one, is it okay if they're equal?
No.
No, they're not equal.
So it's not a proper subset. Question 6, what the hell is that thing on the left-hand side?
Empty
That's
set.
B.
Empty set.
Yeah.
Empty set. So, is the empty set a subset of every set? Yeah.
Yes.
Is it a proper subset? Yeah. 7's a little tricky.
Mm.
First of all, is X a set?
No, because
No.
box is not individual.
But just in general, X is it's just a standalone thing. So what we would have to say here is that it's not an element,
Non-element.
because
Yeah.
in order to compare sets, it would have to have had the braces around. It's not a set, it's a single thing, but it's not an element because box is a word. Just one word in there. How about this one?
Element.
It is an element. And is everybody all right? We could not use any of the subset ones because that E standalone is not a set.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 9 on the left, I have 1 through 5. What do I have on the right?
1 through 9.
1 to 9.
Oh, let's look at this. Are we saying X is smaller than 10 or bigger than 10?
Greater than.
Oh, it's greater.
So that's going to be 11,
11.
12,
Okay.
13.
So at that point, it's not a set, right?
Well, there's both sets because they got braces. But is this a subset of this? Are these numbers contained in here?
No.
No.
No, so it's not a subset.
Hmm.
And there's a few like that in the MyLabs tests that are multiple choice, as opposed to in the pencil and paper test, there was a bank to pick from.
Ready.
Okay, can we move on to 10?
Mhm.
All right. Q is a set, NATH. What is question 10 asking for? What's all this crazy notation mean?
Well,
Any ideas?
that means.
What is
jump ahead.
the cardinality?
The cardinality.
Yes. And that would be 4, right?
And I think of it as N stands for the number of things inside N. And so
Yeah.
that answer
Inside
is
Q.
4. And is everybody right? That's just the number 4. If you were to put that 4 in braces, it would be wrong. We're just counting up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 things in there.
Mm-hmm.
How many subsets do you have?
Would
Can anybody
be
remember the
2
4?
to the 4.
2 to the cardinality and 2 to the 4th turns out to me, trust me on it, 16. Of those 16, how many are proper?
15.
15. Remember, we have to take away the empty set. If we're, I'm sorry, not the empty set. I apologize.
The exact.
We have to take the set itself away in order to get proper subsets. And so then let's list all the subsets of the set P. Is there anybody else that when you make a list, you feel a little bit more confident if you know how many things are supposed to be in the list? So how many subsets should PIG have?
E.
2 to the 3rd. So we're looking for 8 of them.
Right. 8.
So
Yeah.
I heard P. What's another one?
0.
By 0, do you mean empty?
Empty, yes.
Yes. I knew that was what you meant. What else?
I and G. PI.
IG,
Pi, IG, egg,
and
PG.
PG.
like the movies. Beautiful.
and PIG.
PIG. 1, 2, 3.
Did we get them all?
Yes.
Beautiful. Now, one thing that my labs that I feel bad about, my labs, it's in the digital medium, it's tough for you to draw a Venn diagram. They don't have you draw a Venn diagram per se. There might be a couple of multiple choice questions, which is the correct Venn diagram, or what elements would be in a given region. On a pencil and paper test, and this is something that I feel bad about that you're missing going to the MyLabs. On the pencil and paper test, you could draw your Venn diagram, and then you can use the same Venn diagram to answer a lot of different questions. In MyLabs, each of these separate questions below would be from a different group of sets. But Venn diagram. How many loops?
3. 3 loops.
Where do I begin? Middle?
Yes.
Okay, is there anything common to everybody? No.
I don't think.
Is there anything common to A and B?
C and D.
Is there anything common to B and C?
E.
Is there anything common to A and C?
A.
A.
Is A missing anything besides A, C, and D?
B.
Is B missing anything besides C, E, D?
F.
Is C missing anything besides A, E?
H.
H.
And the universal set has to have A, B, C, D, E, F. Are we missing
G.
somebody? G.
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 That all right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I like looking at you guys while I do this, but I don't have room for all of those toolbars. So, oh Lord, what does A prime mean? What does A apostrophe mean?
Everything not in A.
Everything not in A. A complement. What's outside of A?
F,
F,
E,
E, H.
B.
E,
Oh, no, not B. G.
F, E,
H, G.
G, H. And I apologize, it's messy. That C isn't an element there. It's the name of the loop. I apologize for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, what's the U mean?
Union.
Union.
Yeah. A and B.
Everything A and B put together? So what would that
A, B, C, D, right?
A, B,
B, C, D,
E, F.
F.
beautiful. Oh Lord, 17's getting complicated now. 17 asks for a complement
Complement. Union C.
in union C. So everything outside of A. So outside of A complement, we already said is F, E, G, H.
G, H.
Plus
So we had-
everything that's inside of E. I'm sorry, everything that's inside of C. I misspoke. Everything inside of C.
But it's
A.
already in there.
A.
A, E, H.
Oh, you
A,
said the
H.
A.
A, H.
Oh.
We have to add in E and H.
Oh, A. Yeah.
A
That's,
intersects B.
it's just C and D,
C and
right?
D.
A intersect B, we just did. Oh, I'm sorry, A union B, which we had over here, A union B complement. That one I actually personally like to get more from the Venn diagram than from, oh no, I'm using the wrong toolbars. Let's try that again. That I actually like to get more from the Venn diagram than I do from the roster. A union B
B.
is
Oh,
inside here, right?
yeah.
So A union B complement would be outside of that,
G and H.
G and H. Next one is A union C.
C.
A union C, I'm gonna,
Intersect B.
A union
Union
C
C.
is what's in the yellow.
Yeah.
And we want intersect B, so we want to know where does that overlap with B?
E, D, and C.
E, D, C, beautiful.
Yeah.
And do the colors help?
Yes.
Or am I just making a mess of things?
No.
Then get highlighters before you take the test.
Okay.
And what's this last one?
Cardinality of A.
A.
which is
It's not 4, is it? Or
4. Yep, plain old 4, just the number 4.
okay.
I just looked at my phone, and we've got 1 minute left. We're not going to finish this in 1 minute.
Will this be
I-
in the notes?
The blank is
Yes.
in a folder, handouts in Blackboard. I'm going to scour all of my thumb drives. I've reused this document a bunch of times, so I have the solutions. I promise I will post another document with all the solutions for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just have to write myself a note so that I remember I made that promise.
Yeah.
And if I cannot find them, I will not upload this document until I complete it. It might be a better use of my time to complete it in here and upload it with this one note. Actually, that's what I'll do. So I'll redo it. I'll finish answering the questions in one note and post them with today's notes. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Anything else I can do for anybody today?
I think I'm good.
I'm gonna, stop recording.